Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Anthony, 27 Fire Ministries. Um, my kids, some of them are gamers. They're really into video games. I can't say I'm much into them, or I'm not into them at all, or kind of. I don't even really like them that well. They just suck up too much of your time. I'd rather be doing something physical than something in some world or whatever. But anyway, I was talking to him, and he was telling me about how some of the games these days are set up so certain people who don't have the skills and everything can pay money, and they can go in and basically win over the people who are good. In other words, you got some really good players, and so now they have this area to help out certain people that don't have the skills, haven't developed the skills to basically fight in these games and to win. So they're given advantages in order to win these games. And I was like, and I've heard this in other areas, whether it was with pilots, how, in this new experience of trying to welcome other people in that might not have the chances. But, I guess some people like to be mediocre. It's like they like, keep feeding the bears. A lot of times you go to a park, there's signs there that warn you, don't feed the bears, because at a certain point, when you've been feeding the bear, they're dependent on it, and they don't want to go out and forage for food. They want people to feed them, and they can actually get angry or crabby as they get older. And so instead of just feeding the bears with food, you might become the bear food. And you keep handing people something, and they don't have to develop the skills to become better, quicker, faster, stronger at what they're doing. They're not going to do it. You actually handicap them and hold them back. The challenges are there for a reason. There needs to be challenges to get to the next step. It's like you can give certain people money to start businesses because they need a hand out. But yet in history, there's a lot of men who, of any different colors, nationalities, races, whatever you want to call, who scratched their way from the bottom up, and they didn't let the challenges stop them, but they had the drive, they had the fight. And just helping someone to be mediocre, and most of the time they're probably going to fail because they didn't develop any steel, they didn't develop any fire, tenacity, a no quit mentality to succeed. And also, it's like sometimes what is success? I didn't fight to become wealthy. I was just an average working Joe taking care of a wife that had a lot of health issues. But I see myself as successful as I raised my family. They never did without. And I still, at my age now, I have goals and things I'm doing. I'm remodeling a house right now. And I plan to get some other houses to remodel because I've developed the skills. I don't quite see retirement as a reason not to work. So I want to push forward. It's like the minimum wage thing with a lot of these restaurants. We need a higher wage to work on. Your jobs were never meant. Those were step jobs. There has to be a job where you start out at the bottom and you move up to higher wage jobs through either education, training, tech, teaching yourself, learning, going to school, learning how to weld. You develop skills that can put you in a higher paying job. The idea wasn't feed the bear. Here's money. Here's something so you can make it. And yet you're taken away from the very business. Businesses aren't there to feed bears. They're there to make money. They want to make money. They want to succeed. They want to go on vacations and buy yachts. And a lot of people who are developing businesses that hire workers to make money. Well, it's not fair to the workers. How is it not fair if you have an idea or a skill or something, like Dutch Bros started off as an idea. Some guys, well, I wouldn't start another coffee shop. There's already Starbucks and a whole bunch of others. Why bother? Hamburgers is hamburgers. There's a lot of different hamburger places that are successful because not everybody likes the same hamburger. And if you have that mentality of it isn't going to, you failed already. You failed before you started because you're looking for reasons why not to succeed. Well, why would I want to start a hamburger place? Because you might have a better hamburger. You might do something that will make a difference. You might be the next McDonald's or Burger King or Five Guys or Whataburger. I mean, there's all sorts of burger places and chicken sandwich places. But here comes a new guy with drive and ability and skills. Maybe investors like this idea and they succeed and push on. Feeding bears, the bears will never achieve nothing. They'll never succeed. We want people who want to push. And in the coming days, as we go through a crash, as the economy starts going south, maybe we're already in a recession. We've been in one, and maybe we're headed towards a depression. I'd have to say we are right now. It's going to be bad. And so now all this, if this does take place and it does go bad, the bears are going to be the ones who are most dangerous, especially if the government can't supply, what you owe me or your necessities. It's like they have no money, and what money they would give you wouldn't buy anything because it has no value. So now the bears are going to be a problem. Angry. Where's what you owe me? Where's my money? Because you've been so used to being fed by the government, but it might not be there. We're going to go through some new lessons. We're going to learn some new things. And we're either going to be a stronger country for it, or we're going to be destroyed, or a weaker country. But difficult times are coming. You can't print the amount of money. We're going into debt about $100,000 a second. See, someone should have said, we've got too many government employees. Let's cut these paychecks. But see, these are voters. They don't want to get rid of government jobs. They vote. But yet they're draining the system. And you're reaching a point, you're not going to have anybody to tax. It's too many taxes. They can't handle the taxes. It's taking away their homes. It's making they can't afford stuff. So what are you going to do? There's going to be challenges. You made mediocre people, so they'll either get a lot stronger or they'll be destroyed because you were feeding the bears. You made them dependent. Dependency comes at a price. If you get the government's money, you get the government's problems. But men and women of God need to step up and do what's better and achieve great and wonderful things. Learn, step up, achieve. Open the Word. Find your place in the things of God, and He'll give you direction for the things that are coming.